yeah, so that's where we're up to so far. So what I'm going to be doing now is working on some bass sounds. Here's an example of some of them. But I'm going to try and generate something a little bit softer to begin with. You know, so I can like build up to that intensity level. So going to be using a synthesizer using external inputs and outputs. Oh, already running. Bye-bye. That should work now. Try it again. There we go. So that's coming from my Moog. Cool. All right. So to generate these sounds, I'm going to find the appropriate rack and send it over. So we'll be using what I call the clean rack first. Cool. All right. Is there anything else I need to do first? No. Cool. All right. I'm getting straight into it. Just wondering whether maybe I should get something more complicated than a saw wave. Giving it a little bit of drive, bringing in oscillator 2. Cool, alright. And I should probably tune it as well. And I'm going to use Ableton's tuner because why not? It makes things easier. Out by a little bit. Nice. And I should probably add some width to it and also check the pitch bend. Cool. And maybe a little chorus ensemble, and I can split it up. So I'm going to use auto filter, group it, then duplicate it. Top one will be the sub, bottom one will be the top. It's a bit confusing when you put it like that, but it's all right. So 180 for the cutoff, no resonance, actually no, 20% resonance should give us, nice. And for the sub, what is it, we're cutting off 180 hertz, 20% resonance, let's check. Nice. All right, and we'll put chorus on the top, just to add a bit of stereo width. So let's try just going through the presets until we find something cool. And I will also just check how the spatialization's going. Isotope. Ozone elements is actually really good if you want to check the stereo spectrum of things. It makes life really easy. Though it uses a bit of CPU, that's the problem. Let's have a look at the imager. Not bad. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool. So we can now delete ozone. Nice. We can also put some pitch bend in to give it some kind of whippy sorts of sounds. So for instance, and for that last note there, do another little whip. Yeah, that's cool enough. We can duplicate that, and we can also duplicate the notes. Probably there, cool. Cool, now we can start playing with some of these effects. So to start off with, I'm turning the sub off, so I can just deal with the first few things. So what I like to do, like straight up, I find it's really fun to use the filter morph to add a bit of punch to the notes. It's actually very effective. And we should probably think about giving it a bit of groove as well. I'm thinking like triplet swing. Cool, all right. So what I've done there is I've just moved over some of the notes so there's more of a swing sort of feel to it. And now we can start thinking about adding those swung 16s. What's going on here? Alright, so I'll demonstrate what you can get when you use the morph to add a bit of punch. It's almost like using a shaker or something. So I'm adding the lanes in so I can see what I'm working with the whole time. So we just want to hear the drums and the basses at this point. That over there a little bit. It's almost like an LFO effect. Da-dun-da sort of thing. And often when you're using like automation curves like this, you're essentially drawing in the attack envelopes. That's something to consider. So for instance, you can get a really cool effect when you kind of fade things in. And often it's useful just to give a little bit of extra kind of transient through it. Okay, so that's pretty cool just for a single filter moving there. Let's have a listen. Now we can add some more of the morphing controls in there. And that's why we're using two lanes so we can really see what's happening. Do we want punch here? It's almost a triplet thing happening there. So that's how you get the triplet effect using the morph, which I really like. Ticka ticka. And it's actually cool if you look at how the filters are moving there, because it gives you a pretty good idea of what's happening. So, see that? Just look at filter 1, how it moves. Yeah, it gives you an idea. I think it's interesting to see the movement. So now we can start thinking about adding the kind of morphing effects via the notch filter, which is filter 2. And again, we want to be able to see how that interacts with the other ones. This is where it becomes more extreme. Because it's the interaction of the different notching filters that really gives you the character sort of sound. So the first one's going up, so maybe down, so maybe we'll start. And I could be just randomizing this, but I find it's actually more fun if I draw it in. But you could easily just grab an LFO and randomize it. So add the next notch down. So maybe do the opposite. And sometimes it's cool to have fast movement, but not always. But there, it's too quick. Cool. Now we can think about, do we want distortion? In which case, how much distortion? So I'm going to be using the warmth control first because it adds a lot of stereo width. For instance. Sounds pretty cool. What about this distortion? It's a lot more heavy, so we'll use that with and this is like really cool because you're shaping exactly how you want it. Can even give it some attack. And certain notes we can just highlight. And this distortion comes after the notching as well. It's worth considering. Cool. Let's look at the bass now, because if you listen, the mid split is doing something. There's no bass coming through there. I can actually demonstrate that very easily with an EQ. And that's intentional because I want to be able to fiddle with the bass. And we're going to be dealing with the sub frequencies very specifically. So we'll have the EQ and the sub frequency easily viewable. start to make sense once we get to the next step. Because we're essentially picking the frequencies to boost. Now we use this OT drive effect, which is a really cool one I learned on the Cohen Sound Patreon, and we can like do some cool stuff with the bass. So in my ears, I'm getting pretty heavy. It's very targeted subs. And now we can start to think about splitting as well. When we bring them both together, you should get a pretty cool sound. Now we can render that down and then start slicing it up into interesting pieces. Cool. All right. Cool. So now we're kind of just essentially placing the pieces together. That's a cool hit there. Let's have a listen to the 2-bar loop now. Now I'll continue making variations. I like that minor third to minor second movement. That's a cool movement there. So we just need one more hit. And let's see how this 2-bar loop goes now. Okay, so I'm gonna have that as like the start of the beat. And let's see it in context. Now let's play with some other ways of generating tones from this. So I'm going to try using granular synthesis just to see what we get, because we could get some cool backwards effects and stuff. So I'm going to set the pitch to 0, no random, no pan random, random transformation, completely random. Size. Whoa, okay. Turn sync on. Now we can delete the 2 bands. Okay. Probably do as far as weird sounds go. Let's have a look through them. So we might find some fills or something. That's the goal anyway. It's all right. What else? Same hit. Nah, not too impressed with those. Can find another way of reaching the arrangement. So let's have a listen. Kind of in context, so I want to get a feel for where we are. So we'll listen to it all. It's like a bouncy ball speeding up. I generally like that, so I'm going to make some kind of bass fills, for lack of a better word, just to see what we get and add a bit of variation. That was cool. So I better solo that if we're going to do the resampling. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's straight up just the same thing reversed. So let's get, say, 1-2 bars going. So for certain points we can have that, show the automation, I don't know, for there, then we can turn that one off, that one's on, copy that over to there, do the same thing. So now for that bar, things will turn off. Whoops. I left the reverse on. Let's have a go now. Cool, let's make some more. Okay. About backspin. Here we go, the interesting ones. It's just solo. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I like. So we can record that in. That last one there, solo that, record it in. Like, that's cool as a little fill, I reckon. When that one switches off, so let's listen. Better make sure it's turned off as well. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's kind of subtle. Okay, let's find some others. Switch it back on. that'll do for the time being. So I've got what? 2 fills over a 20-second thing. That's sufficient. So we can let's think about the drums now. Can make some fills out of that pretty easily. So resample in. I do a lot of resampling when I'm processing stuff. Even that. Turn triplets on. That could probably find some cool effect to put on that. So let's just have a look. Can't really be bothered making any at this stage, so let's just see what we find. What? Oh, that's not right, whatever that is. What about hallucinogen? How's that work? A bit silly. What about modulation and rhythmic? Let's just randomly try a few. Filter tilter. Hybrid color chola. Pad chopper. I don't know, I'm just randomly trying stuff. A bit weird. What about tape shaper? What? That's ridiculous. Okay. Got so many kilohertz effects. It's crazy. Let's try with the old fracture. So can set it to sample and hold. What's the rate? Does it say? Set it to sync. Half a bar. Give a little bit of variation. The ratio, let's put it full. Okay, how about we try that over the entire drum channel? Maybe that's a better idea. Okay, that's getting a bit on the wacky side. Pretty sure I made my own like rack using that. I'll see if I can find it. It's like a slicing sort of thing. What did I call it? That's a real trick. Before I load anything up, I should save as well, because we could have a crash, you never know, and be ashamed to lose everything. Is it Glitch Mangler? Is that it? Let's see. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's see if it works though. That's the real question. What? That's just weird. Try the multiband granular. Yeah, the idea is like right now I'm just trying to get some weird glitchy stuff out of the drums. So we'll give it a bit of pan, completely random milliseconds, transformation set to random, set to sync. Let's loop that. We should get something cool. And let's find our little clip now. Kind of cool. Okay, so let's bring that in and chop it up. Obviously turn off the granular tool as well, because then it'll just granularize your granular stuff. One, two, three. So I reckon that low pitch sort of hit should be on the 4, so it's actually pretty cool. It's actually really nice. I like that. Maybe we can get a few more hits. Get a few more samples, so we can start there. Maybe get like 8 bars worth or something. I reckon we'll find something in that for sure. So let's see. Let's find a spot. Boom, cha, 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 cha. So probably put a fill in around here. So and once I put some spatialization on that, it should be even cooler. And a little bit of swing on the hats. Sort of thing. I love the Control E thing. It makes life so easy. think I'm going to stop there for a bit. I will be on later. Thank you everyone for watching.